Asperger's is a form of autism. It's what we call a higher form. So the person can speak, but may have difficulty with the art of conversation.
They're able to sort of function in society and seem normal, but yet have enormous problems with social interaction. They tend to have certain idiosyncrasies which are very pronounced. If you see people flapping their hands in and of itself, I don't think there's anything abnormal in the sense that we consider as an abnormality. But for them, it's something that they do to de-stress themselves.
The best description is that the brain is wired differently. It means that some things are processed so superbly that the person has areas of excellence. There's a tendency in Asperger's syndrome to have what we call a special interest. What it means is that when the person with Asperger's chooses to do something, they will become an expert at it, probably the best in the world at it.
That one activity or one sphere of excellence that they have, that they can devote, I think, exceptionally long hours and concentration that I don't think a typical person could bring to it.
But when they become so dedicated and they let their mind really focus on aspects and connections that nobody else had thought of, so it becomes intuitive, that's when they excel. I don't think of Asperger's syndrome as a disability. It's a difference. There are a number of famous people, from Einstein to Mozart, who had many Asperger features. And if you're going to excel at something, you switch off the social brain and the other parts take over. So we need Asperger's syndrome.
You can see the passion that he feels for doing what he's doing. I think it's somehow the way he comes across as he's so passionate about it, it's almost like that's what he's living for.
What he'll do is have a schema of many ways that he's had before and then be able to predict what to do in that situation. So his brain disconnects from everyday functions and just becomes one with the wave. And so he'll intuitively know what the wave's doing, so he'll anticipate that and be ahead of everyone else.
I think when crowds come in, it's a sensory issue. They feel hemmed in and sort of claustrophobic.
The difficulty is manifold. It's reading a face. It's understanding many people talking at the same time. Lots of movement. What do you orientate to? What's the important part that you've got to look at? That face has changed. Why has that face changed? Tone of voice has changed. People are moving quickly. What does that gesture mean? And your brain has to process that very, very quickly. Typical people have brain circuitry that intuitively and automatically understand other people effortlessly. Those with Asperger say, how do you do it? People prioritize socializing and partying more than any other activity, but for some people they're not turned on by that, and that's not wrong to like being by yourself. His good day will be how well he served, not the social relationships of the day. I think the main treatment is self-understanding and self-acceptance. The trouble is, people will say people who suffer from Asperger's. No, you don't suffer from Asperger's, you suffer from other people. I want people to admire those with Asperger's syndrome, to say that it gives you talents. Don't feel sorry for them, applaud them.